Hello, everybody, and today we're going to talk about Kingdom Hearts Key back cover. Now, Kingdom Hearts Key back cover is supposed to be technically not, don't think of it as a sequel, but think of it as complementary to Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key or Union Cross, whatever you want to call it on the mobile game, or even Kingdom Hearts Key on the browser game. So, Key back cover was when Square Enix decided to let us in on some of the story on the Kingdom Hearts Key universe. Not too much. They gave us a perspective of the four paladers, the four foretellers, the five foretellers, the Master of Master, and his other apprentice Luxu. So all of these guys and girls are named after like some deadly sins, except the Master of Masters. He's our first character. We don't know too much about him. Like, that's the whole running gag of this show this game series is that we don't know nothing about the Master. He be coming in here, he be acting crazy too. He just be doing whatever he be doing. So we get some insight on what he was doing, which was just manipulating. The first thing you see from him is he's talking to our first member, which is going to be the resident leader of the Foretellers, which we will name him Ira. Ira looks like a unicorn guy. He has a unicorn mask and he be standing tall and he's just a unicorn mask guy. That's all we really, really know. Now we get insight into these guys' personality types. Ira wants to prevent the end of the world from coming. So the Book of Prophecy says light will expire and darkness will prevail at the end of the Keyblade world and you're doomed. And Ira's like, okay, I'm leader. And you gave me this information, and I keep seeing stuff about the dark sides. Y'all know the dark sides. And I would like to do something about these dark sides. And he's like, oh, you can't do nothing about them dark sides. So I'm going to disappear. I'm going to leave, and you just going to have to be leader and figure it out. And he just get up out of there. So then it flash forwards to the master is gone, and everybody's like, okay, what should we do? What should we do? What should we do? Well, let's do this in order. So the game tells the story out of order. So the first character's Ira, the master tells him, hey, you doomed. We can't stop it. You doomed. Give it a try. You can't do it. So our next thing, let's go to what he does to all the other characters. Another character we have is Envy. She represents the snake. And I guess she's just the logical person. The master wants her to be like the mediator of the group, to give the group the best chance for figuring things out and being able to, understand stuff, I guess. So that's what he wants her to be. Mediator of the group, but he acts like he wants her to spy on stuff too, which is kind of funny. So next character we got is Ased. Ased is like a big bear dude. And like the master tells him to be second in command to Ira. So he is number 2. And then he says, if you think Ira is doing something stupid, I need you to step up and become leader and get rid of him, which was crazy. So then the master tells, what's his name? Gula, who's like the leopard or fox or whatever he's supposed to be. He's yellow. He tells him, look, there's a traitor out here. You need to find a traitor. Here's a page on the book that nobody else has in their book of prophecies to locate and find a traitor. I'm going to get this to you. Don't tell nobody and find that traitor, which is crazy because that kind of makes it look like he's a traitor. So then he tells Ava they are doomed. Ava is like the one that's a fox. And, Avarice is supposed to be that one. But that one's the pink one. He tells that one, we're doomed. I only trust you to do this job. I want you to gather young Keyblade wielders and start a new organization like the seeds of a dandelion so they can live out their days after all of this stuff just goes down. Like everything gonna go bad. So I need you to get them so everything can go good. And that's pretty much how they want to do that one. So those were, and Luxu. We'll get to Luxu at the end. So the foretellers are in present day, and the foretellers are like arguing like Game of Thrones. They like, it's a page missing from my book. The unicorn's like, there's a page missing. So they trying to figure out where that page is, who's the traitor. There's some distrust there. He also says that he saw a nightmare, which is like when their charities turn bad, because we found out that the master, he created the charities. So he created the charities and gave one to everybody. And if he sees somebody is becoming bad or evil or something, he will notice that their charity will turn black and start scamming. So when they got scamming charity in the cut, they be looking at it like, okay, the charity is scamming. So somebody must be evil out here. And he found a dark charity. So this dark charity, if you played the mobile game, you know that this dark charity came out and started whispering people's ear and started giving people bagels and all these type of powers and started messing stuff up. So some of the foretells don't believe it's them, but some do. So they start going into a different organization faction. So the bear said he wants to take charge because he wants to just snuff out this darkness. So he recruits Gula and Ava. And, you know, Era and Envy, they always working together. So he tries to recruit them, but it don't kind of go right. And he also tries to recruit Envy. And then Envy started getting on Gula, talking about it's time to fight you. And now they all, Gula want to quit and Envy want to fight. And now you see Ased is fighting Gula, Envy, and to some extent Ava. And he fighting them, and it's like a draw. He got weakened and he retreat, and then Gula try to come up on him and still on him after he's weak. And he reveals to him that he knows about the missing page and that there's a traitor, and he thinks he's the traitor. So then Gula's like, not Gula, Ased the bear. He's like, well, if I can't be the traitor because you got that missing page and you saw us fighting and you knew some stuff and you didn't tell us. And then Ased get back up and he knocked Gula out. So then Ava come in here with a miracle slide, save him real quick, which was ridiculous. And then the bear just walks out. He's just mad. He just left. So then now you see that you see that the Era, he finds the bear and then he says, "Look, I'm sorry. I'm gonna help you." And then the bear is like, you know what? You was right. The master was right to make you leader. By the way, let me tell you something. Gula got that missing page. He knew about it, and he didn't tell us. And then Era's like, oh, I got to take that Gula out. I need that missing page so I can do my research. Because Era like to research, and he can't research nothing if he got a page missing out of the book. So he's going to go find Gula. You see that Ava actually finds Gula, and he's sitting down talking about he wants the master to come back. And he's going to gather the Lux and open up the Kingdom Hearts, and he wants Ava to help him get Lux. And Ava's like, I'm not going to help y'all do nothing because the world is going to be doomed, and I got to get the people out of the way and do what the master told me to do. So they all really following orders of the master, but it's causing them to mess stuff up. So that's a big game of manipulation here. So Era comes to confront Gula, but Ava protects them again. And, you know, and Envy starts figuring out what Ava was doing. And then Ava tells Envy the master told her to do it. So she just following orders. So what you got here is the story kind of just stops right there. And what you got here is none of them were bad. None of them were doing anything crazy or nothing. They were all kind of like following their main orders and their hidden orders. And the hidden orders that the master gave them was messing up everything. Now there's a scene where Ava is talking to Ephemera, which is probably one of the reasons why she told him about this plan and made him the leader of the new dandelions, they call them. So that kind of makes sense. And then you see her also telling these new warriors that y'all about to be doomed, but y'all not going to be doomed. I want y'all to go in there and set everything right and save everybody and live. And so you got that happening. And then you wonder to yourself, okay, all right, we're about done. So now you start getting some revelations because now you see that the master is talking to his favorite apprentice. He talking to Luxu. And with Luxu got one of the organization quotes that we saw. So does the master. So we're led to believe that they invented this. So they invented the organization cloaks. Also, the master must be extremely powerful if he trained all of these guys, and they are extremely powerful. So apparently he has his own Keyblade and he can create them or something. I don't know. I guess he created everybody's Keyblade. So he gives Lusu the one that we see that Xehanort has. He say, here you go. And I got my eye in this Keyblade. So he reveals to him that Xehanort's Keyblade is one of the oldest Keyblades and it has the Master of Masters legitimate eye in there. So I don't know if the Master don't look too human to me. And he also reveals that that eye will watch over everything and it will give him information that he probably records in the Book of Prophecies because he has access to the main Book of Prophecies. And I guess they probably got a spoof Book of Prophecies. So who knows what's going on with that. So he sends Lusu on a mission. Lusu kind of nervous about the mission, but he tell him he'll do fine. He know he'll do fine because since the Book of Prophecy exists, that means he already succeeded, which is a perfect time loop if you think about it. So he basically gives him the Keyblade. He gives him this box, this mysterious box that now we got theories about what's in this mysterious box. The big theory is that the Master's heart is in that big box, which maybe his heart is in there. Who knows? Or maybe his darkness is in there. I don't know. But he gives him the big box, the big black box, and he wants him to go through the world, and he tells him to do something, basically observe what's going to happen. And I guess Lusu just goes on a mission. And then he tells him what's in the box because he keeps asking, but he doesn't tell us, so we don't know. We just have nothing but theory craft. And you see Lusu just walking out into the desert and saying, let his heart be his guiding key, which is something that the Master of Masters always says, and he keeps wanting to tell everybody to do. Now, this game has some nice looking cutscenes. It really did. The story was very interesting, kind of, and this story will be directly connecting to Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm assuming these are probably going to be our antagonists for some reason, and maybe we'll learn more about them in Kingdom Hearts 4. Who knows? But this game in the timeline of Kingdom Hearts did come out before Kingdom Hearts 3, which is interesting. And these graphics and this art style looks pretty good for Kingdom Hearts going forward. So if you got any questions about Kingdom Hearts key back cover or you have any thoughts about it, feel free to put those down below in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to the channel because we almost through with our Kingdom Hearts story recap marathon. So next time, the agenda will be 0.2 Fragmentary Passage, which shouldn't take too long. It's a pretty short game. And then we got the big game, Kingdom Hearts 3. Ooh, that's going to be a crazy one. Actually, not that much happened in Kingdom Hearts 3. But the big things to take away from back cover is that we got, a story as to what the foretellers were doing and what happened. But we still don't get to the point where they disappeared. You got to play like Unchained Key to see that part, but they still don't tell you all the details about it. But at least this tells you why they started fighting in Unchained Key. That was a question that people had. They didn't know why the foretellers were fighting each other, and that's why. So they were working together, even though they had different factions, but then they were fighting each other, and that's probably why, because all their roles started getting messed up. But that's all we got for now. Again, next time we'll be doing 0.2 Fragmentary Passage, and then after that, Kingdom Hearts 3. So I will see y'all in the next one. Take care and see ya.